So walk me through the timeline of when you got injured, how you got injured, things of that nature.
So it was a AAA Blues 15U game against the Carolina Hurricane 15U team. We stepped on the ice, dropped the puck. 2 minutes in, I was on the bench side of the rink where all the players are, and I was trying to hold my line, and I started backing up, and the kids came at me a little too fast, and I didn't have enough time to get out of the way. And I don't know exactly what happened, but my guess is one of the two players was trying to lift the other player's stick and was doing it with a lot of force, and it got me in the eye. And then I was done for the evening.
What did it feel like when it hit you? I mean, stunned is probably a good word to use, but I mean, how painful was it, Dean, from your perspective?
It honestly really wasn't that painful. It was just uncomfortable. And there was a lot of blood coming out, obviously, but other than that, I was coherent. I never blacked out. I was just more aggravated at myself and what had happened than anything. But yeah, it was unfortunate, and that's the risk we take when we get out on the ice every game that we officiate.
It seems like a silly question. You seem like a veteran, that's why you've been doing this for so many years, but do you ever think something like this could happen? I know you talked about the fact that...
Absolutely not. I never once thought that anything like that would happen until after the fact.
And then just so people understand how much damage you had behind your eye, you get picked up by an ambulance, you go to the hospital. What is the initial diagnosis, and then where do we go
So
from
they
here?
took me to Mercy down at 40 in Ballas, and they're like, well, we don't have an ophthalmologist on staff this late in the evening, so you need to go down to Barnes on Kings Highway. So I took another ambulance ride down to Barnes, and they diagnosed it as being pretty severe. So they brought in a surgeon the next morning, and they did a 3.5-hour surgery on my eye to try to repair it. Yeah, so, and I was in the hospital for a couple days. I did some follow-up visits, and the day before Thanksgiving, I had a appointment with the retina specialist, and he determined that there was way too much damage to the nerves and the retina to reattach it, that I could get eyesight back.
So where are you at now with your eyesight, Dean?
I cannot see out of my left eye at all. It's a huge adjustment for me. Every day it gets a little better, you know, I'm adjusting. My depth perception is terrible. But yeah, it's one of those things that you would have never thought it would have happened to you, so to speak. Yeah.
Is there any normal activity, typical activity that has now become so much harder that people wouldn't realize would become something that is a little bit more of a hurdle for you now?
Just trying to grab stuff, you know, you're a couple inches too short. I mean, but other than that, yeah, it's really rough. It really is. I'm just taking it every day, you know, one day at a time, so to speak.
How do you keep such a good attitude with all of this?
I got a lot of people that are fortunately behind me. My wife, she's been a savior to me. My kids, Joe Kalin and my HOA association, and everybody that's contributed to the GoFundMe page. It's just overwhelming.
Can we have people still contribute to the GoFundMe page? Is that still helpful?
Everything helps, honestly, it really does. Of course, you know, I'm a Class A CDL driver, so I have to have two eyes to do my job, so I'm not able to do my job now, so, yeah.
When will you be back on the ice? Do you want to be back on the ice? I mean, do you want to go back to reffing?
Crazy you say that, because my son works at the St. Peter's Recplex, and I actually went up there today and did a public skate. And it was different, but slowly but surely I'll probably get back on the ice for sure, yeah.
Is that one of the first times you've been back on the ice?
It is.
Wow, was today the first day?
Today was the first day I've been on the ice, but I've been back at the rink since for about a month now. I mean, my son's been playing down here about every weekend, so we come down and support him and his team. So, yep.
Have this family affair with hockey, a sport that you've given so much of your life to. What are the emotions tied to hockey now?
A lot more, because of the small community of hockey people in St. Louis and throughout the U.S. or the world, for that matter. It's just overwhelming. It really is. There's no other words to describe it.
That's more than enough for me, Dean. Anything else that you want to include or emphasize, something I missed?
No, not at all. I just want to thank everybody and everybody that's been involved throughout my healing process. That's it.
Would you qualify yourself as mostly recovered? I mean, you're not going through surgery anymore. Are you at this point where I'm done?
I don't think so. I have some more appointments. They just want to go in to see how everything's healing back there. Like I said earlier, maybe I didn't say it, but I don't have any real pain, but every once in a while there is a little bit of pain, and they just want to monitor what's going on. So